So we have to keep our culture, which is very enriched. But what in party Saturday see by we go by party normal. There's no respect. They don't go see regard full stool anymore. So
well, Mr. Limbinder, I'm really happy that you mentioned onto a few points there. Before we let Mr. Lushola come in, you know, you mentioned the fact that maybe our Obas now they are more interested in parties, and the way the throne is not really held in high esteem like before.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have somebody like we have a king like Alaafin of Oyo who has come in, you know, a fresh king, and is now trying to uphold those traditional moral values of, you know, of Yoruba kingship and Yoruba Obaship. He's trying to go a certain way whereby it's not the norm, and yet he's being castigated. People say, you know, sometimes, you know, I post his videos and people say, oh, look at him, he doesn't have any steez, he doesn't smile, he doesn't do that, he doesn't, you know, because he's not going in the way, you know, in the modern way that the other Yoruba Obas go. Because if you notice, he's hardly at, you know, parties or anything. He's not like out there, like, you know, he's trying to do it in the old traditional way.
Which is the right thing.
But yet he's castigated. You know, people abuse him for having no steez. I mean, what should we judge our traditional rulers based on? Is it having steez, having cars, having nice things, or how they deal with their subjects, how they relate with their subjects, how they help to, you know, alleviate suffering, you know, on part of their subjects?
So the truth is, the kings are installed to take care of their people, so they can raise their concerns. The king will deal with it. Abi, direct communication with authority. Abi, that is what they are for. They are there to uphold our culture. Culture, Nico say, is not. They are not there for steez. Steez on Sharaoba. Yes, I'm a class, right? They have their own class. The way they come out when they need to come out. There's this ambience around them, the royal movement. But they've lost everything. When I was living in Lagos, no traffic now. There's really party no Nisha. There's really nothing special they are doing. So it's now about kings trying to show people that they are just like politicians. When they want to give people rice, they go and carry camera. There's no the value is entirely gone. And I would appreciate it if the new which king did you just say now?
Yeah,
Alaafin could keep up with that and those things the way he's doing it, and not let influence come into it. Because they are trying to influence him. If he just would keep up with that would be so fantastic and good for him and the entire community. But everybody in say by what Gen Z, wrong has become the new right. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Layminder. Let's go to...
Thank you.
Just a comment on what Layminder said.
Okay, quickly, sir, quickly.
What he said, I know he's just trying to refer to one of my points. Should we, because of his bad side, now hate him? That's the topic for today. Why is he hated? Should we now disrespect him because of that? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not justifying some of his indiscipline. Let me use that word. I can never justify that. Should we, because of that downside of him, begin to tarnish his image, disrespect him, call him names? That is the point of discussion here. Or what I'm saying about.
So can I quickly just respond?
Yes, I will say something. Yes, Alagba. Yes, because am I going to disrespect you?
No.
Bully our subject. No disrespect the throne here.
He has disrespected it, but it doesn't mean
disrespect you. Bully you. And let me say something to you guys. You said he did something in his community. He only did something for the Muslim people within his community, not all the Igbo people, mind you. And don't let us forget, this same man, for as one said, bí òun ṣe máa sọ ìṣekúṣe òun kiri nìyẹn.
Mr. Olushola,
that video went on trending. Everybody saw that.
Mr. Olushola, sorry to interrupt you. Do you have the facts that back up your claim that he's only doing things for the Muslim community in Iwo?
Of course, we are seeing everything online now.
Mr. Olushola, please calm down. Calm down. You are trying to be emotional here.
Muslim upon his throne, upon the people, upon his subject. What is that doing? He changed his name from Oluwo to Emayatelu. What is that supposed to be? Listen, if he wants to be Emaya, he should go to the people to the Emaya. I don't believe in Emaya way of life, not Yoruba way of life. This man has already bullied us, has already disrespected that throne. And another thing, you said something about Alaafin of Oyo. Alaafin of Oyo that just newly came in. He already soiled his hand in the blood. Is he not? Oh, Baba, we saw the proof now. And the case is still pending in the court. As an Alaafin, as a new Alaafin, you should have stopped your people not to beat anybody. One no Baba Ifidake now. What about that? Listen, let's say Jeje Kama saw the fact. This Oluwo is not even Oluwo. This Emayatelu is always said, oh, it is so telek. People want mama sosokuso ohun kiri niye. Oh, then sosokuso ohun káàkiri up and down. Right? All this allegation is levied against this Oni of Ife. Where is the proof? Where is the proof? Because me, I'm not against him smoking weed. Of course, everybody smokes weed, but you are high. You are on a throne. You should find a way. Right? When they record now, why I thought they recorded. You should find a way that recording is not going to come out to domain for people to see. Everybody smokes weed. I smokes weed. Majority of people smokes weed, but they don't bring it out to the public. So Yelason is a disrespect to the stool. That's what we're saying. This man never had appreciated that stool, and it's because Pari Pebi show lossy Pebi ni kote lossy Pebi now. Emma only Gbogbo Ailo now. Dear no lo magbalo wa boya 1 year or kaje meet. So let's call the spade a spade, just like the last caller said. Anybody to ba tin shake to ba tin ṣe ìwà ìbàjẹ́, let's call the name out. Unlike this Adedayo tó kàn wá bí tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Igbo tó kàn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yorùbá kò ṣe lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn tó sọ pé àwí tán ló wọn ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ bó ni àwọn ọmọ àlè tán bí sílẹ̀ Yorùbá tán dé eventually tán become indigenous.
That is it. You are disrespecting somebody here. That is it. You are disrespecting someone now. You bring your opinion and stop disrespecting people.
Of course,
you are too emotional. You are too emotional, Mr. Jack. I am not emotional. You have to calm down. Bring up your opinion.
Saying, nobody hated Emma. I tell you, he hated himself by his way. That's what we're saying.
And be objective.
What is objectivity there now? What do you mean by that? I should be objective. Ṣé à ń rí gbogbo antecedent ẹ ni? Ṣé à ń rí gbogbo nǹkan tó lù wò ṣe káàkiri up and down ni?
Mr. Jack, you are from Ife, right?
I'm not from Ife. I'm not from all those places at all.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ogun State. I am from Ogun State.
Where in Ogun State? Are you afraid to tell me where you are from?
I'm from Ogun State now.
Ogun State is not a place. Where are you from?
I am from Ogun State. Ogun State. Yes, I am from Ogun State. Ọmọ Rẹ́mọ ni mí, ọmọ Rẹ́mọ gangan ni mí.
Rẹ́mọ lèmi náà. Ife láti wá. Rẹ́mọ wà Ife láti wá. So I know your passion.
Emo support kò sí ètò kan níbẹ̀ lóbi emo mọ́ but how many times láti rí ọba Ife yẹn gan tó ń bọ́ síta tó ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ máa yà ń ṣe up and down how many times? Ó lè sanwó fún àwọn bloggers o. Nobody kò sẹ́ni tó ní fact lórí ìyẹn pé ó ń sanwó fún àwọn bloggers kan máa how many times láti rí ọba tó bá ń bọ́ síta tó ń sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ káàkiri bí ẹ máa tẹ́lú ṣe ń ṣe? How many times?
It will change, but we should not hate him for that.
It will change.
We should not change. We should not hate him. Let's stop.
They can condone bad things in by them.
We should not hate him for that. We should not disrespect him.
Ex-convict, gbogbo nǹkan báyìí la rí náà mélòó ni. Okay, the only thing tá lè fi wà against the Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ was ìgbà tó jẹ́ when he was before he became the king, when he was working as a realtor or real estate people, real estate management nígbà yẹn tán lóun náà gbowó bóyá 400 million nígbà yẹn ni o tó sáré lọ tó náà kó owó yẹn jẹ nígbà yẹn. That's the only thing that and there was no even proof to that. Aside that, there is nothing that this man he has never come out and say all this bullshit or do rather up and down, just like BMA tell you she up and down. What? The same Oba, ló fọ́ yàn létí, you gba etí fellow man, and again fellow Oba like you. So that in fact, you should even be ashamed pé o tẹ̀ mọ́wọ́ orí ìsọwọ́ láti gbá fellow man létí, talk less Oba, that you just the same Oba. All these things, and we're condoning that kind of an act. Yeah? Abosi wa pẹ̀lú, I don't know, we Yoruba, we are Abosi yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. It's high time we stop all these things. We should respect the throne. It's not about the individual, the throne. That's our cultural heritage. We have to respect it.
You know, in Igbo, they are a good 98% Muslim anyway. I think that's the predominant.
Okay.
It's almost like
interesting. That's a
yeah, it's almost like Sokoto in that manner. They're abundantly Muslim. So if you are saying it's a Muslim, it's a misinterpretation. It's sort of like there's a bit of obfuscation there, you know, because Gbogbo Igbo gan Muslim but one way you know.
Okay, another question to the panelists and people that are watching us is there's a wider conversation around all these things, you know, with the issue of religion in Obaship. Do you think Yoruba Obas should be given the discretion of which religion to practice? For example, like what happened with late Awujale, he already instructed them that when it's gone, he wanted to be buried in an Islamic way. Do you think Yoruba Obas should be given the discretion, or they should actually know that once they sign up to become Oba, once they get to that throne, they are they are now bounded by the traditional Yoruba laws and institutions? What do you people feel?
Sorry, Jack, let me start this off. No, I take it so sorry, so Moko Park ni láti just make a contribution.
No, me sorrow Moko fe dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó fún mi ní gift buy me. Ever gba gift buy lórí Rito, and I'm not expecting it. But whoever gave this gift, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I don't need gift to. I think
ẹni tó fún mi gift buy yóò kọ́ ni because gift buy yìí ni wọ́n fún wọn ni. But whoever gave me this gift, thank you very much. Yeah.
It was a lady that gave you the gift. It was a lady.
Thank you very much to whoever is.
On toasted, yeah.
I only said no.
Hold on. Then send Nisuru now.
What is so tell
Nisuru, sir.
Wọ́n ní báwọn ṣe máa ma sọ̀sọ́ kú sọ àwọn káàkiri
Jackie Nisuru tó ti sọ yẹn náà. Ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó fún ẹ ní gift. Ìfẹ́jọlá lifestyle òun ló fún ẹ ní the biggest gift. And then Olori.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
And then Olori Ogun also gave you a substantial gift. So
I want to thank you very much.
Boy saying deals one here. Boy saying deals one.
Gift èmi máa ń fáwọn èèyàn ni wọn ò dẹ̀ kí ń fún mi. But don't you fún mi na so there it is. But on that space, that question you opened up post. The answer is an emphatic and a categorical no. No.
Yes, Mr. Woman, sorry to interrupt you, because it's very easy for all of us to sit down here and castigate Oluwo for bringing Yoruba monarchy institution into disregard or disgrace or whatever. But Awujale, who is one of the foremost Obas that we have in Yoruba land, he instructed them to bury it in an Islamic way. And nobody...
response ẹni tó ń pè mí lálàgbé ní comment section. I just confirm now pé wọn ò fún mi gift rí. O tún pè mí lálàgbé. Ẹ rí pé ilé ò ní sense. Ẹ rí pé ó kò nú lẹ́ni yẹn. Sọ fún mi pé wọn ò fẹ́ fún mi gift rí. Ṣé mo bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún gift kan tó fún mi nísìnyí? Ó lálàgbé ni mí.
Sorry, host má bínú jọ. Jack, ṣé o mọ Orlando ọ̀wọ̀? Ọmọ Orlando ọ̀wọ̀.
Orlando ọ̀wọ̀ bàbá ti kú náà kọ́ lọ borí jì bàbá.
Orlando ọ̀wọ̀ sọ pé ẹ má pè alálàgbé mọ́ amúlùúdùn lórúkọ wa. So amúlùúdùn ni amúlùúdùn not alágbe amúlùúdùn. But so just within this window, because I'm parked, continue. That's why I've been silent all the way through. I'm running around with my kid and in the car, but whatnot. But no, if you more hate Kini Ebaje, and even the on is doing that as well, because his ex-wife was a prophetess. No. You are not there to defend the Arabic, Middle Eastern Abrahamic faiths like Judaism and Islam and Christianity. That belongs to the Arabian cusp. No. Our own argument is Shango, Obatala, Ogun, Yemoja. This is who we are. And so anybody that sits on a Yoruba stool, that is the argument that we're asking you to take to the rest of the world. Because that was the argument that the Middle Easterns took to the rest of the world, to use religion to conquer the rest of the world. So we now have an argument. So let's take that argument forward. Èwo ni pé I am a Muslim wo. Ìgbà tó dòdò àwa látọ̀run tó gbé Islam gbà wá ni àbúgbé Christianity wá Judaism. No. We the pedestrian everyday people, we can be whatever we want to be, but you that we have put in charge of the culture and the deity and the Yoruba thrust towards the world, no, you are not allowed. Tó bá lè tẹ̀jẹ́lẹ̀ kó ní kán lọ ra ewúrẹ́ wá ṣe pé èèyàn náà máa ń lò back in the day, but kó lọ ra ewúrẹ́ wá kán fi bọ́ Ṣàngó kí Ṣàngó lè. If you can't do all that, then get out and we put somebody else there. No, I don't accept that any Yoruba monarch will be of the Abrahamic faith. So let me mute because I'm going to continue driving now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mr. One Many or what? All right. I think it will be better to explain this in Yoruba because this is a Yoruba program or whatever.
Sorry.
We
before
are
we go
mostly
on,
Yoruba here.
Everybody, can we tap the screen and share the live, please?
Sure.
So we can get.
Please, everyone.
Yes, let's tap. Let's power tap and share the live because I think I'm learning quite a lot. And I'm really, really happy that we have a lot of different opinions so that we can all share ideas. So, okay, thank you, Mr. Ola. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to say this in Yoruba. Almost everyone here, we are all Yorubas. Thank you so much, Mr. Host and Mr. Jack at the last speaker. You are talking about ṣé emir yẹ kó impose Islam àbí ṣó yẹ kí ó sọ̀rọ̀ Islam while nǹkan tó gbé dórí ọba is ìṣẹ̀ṣe. I will now ask you pé kí ni nǹkan tá à ń pè ní ìṣẹ̀ṣe? We are getting some things wrong here. Custodian ni àwọn ọba lórí kí ni nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ àṣà àti ìṣe Yorùbá. If you are not talking about àṣà àti ìṣe Yorùbá, Tabawo English meaning only the idea, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. Kí ni ìṣe àti àṣà Yorùbá? Ìṣe àtàṣà wa ni ọ̀rọ̀ tá ń sọ. Irú oúnjẹ wo là ń jẹ? Irú aṣọ wo là ń wọ̀? Ìṣe ìbáwo la ṣe máa ń ṣe láàrin ara wa?
Ìwà tá à ń hù.
Àwọn mò ń bọ̀ sà. So that màá fún yín ní chance ṣẹ́gẹ̀t kẹ́yìn náà fi sọ títí yín so that àní argue àní máa gba bí ẹni gbagba ọtí no winner here a fẹ́ learn ni and kò sẹ́ni tí ó ṣẹ́gẹ̀t mi. So now àwọn ìṣe àti nǹkan tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn. Tá bá wá fẹ́ sọ pé ẹ̀sìn nǹkan téèyàn ń sìn àbí nǹkan tá à ń bọ nǹkan tá à ń bọ ò yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tá à ń sìn anything tẹ́ bá sọ pé ẹ̀ ń bọ èdè yẹn terminology yẹn ló yàtọ̀ ẹ̀ ń sìn náà ni ìsídà ẹ̀ ń bọ àbí ẹ̀ ń sìn Yorùbá nìyẹn ìkankan náà ni èdè ọ̀rọ̀ méjèèjì yẹn. So anything tó bá jẹ́ pà ń bọ àbá ń sìn ó ti di ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn yẹn wá ní ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé láti ibi tí Yorùbá ti ń bọ̀. Ṣé àwọn Ògún, Ṣàngó, Ọya àti àwọn Ọbàtálá ṣáwọn ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ Yorùbá ni? Mi sọ pé ńgbà tó pè wá ní Yorùbá o aṣá ti ń jẹ́ èèyàn bọ̀ generation wa ló ti ń bọ̀ kó tó di pé orúkọ Yorùbá kó tó dé pé okay ẹ jẹ́ ká máa pe àwọn tribe yìí ní Yorùbá kọ́ là ń jẹ́ láti ilẹ̀ àmọ́ nǹkan tá à ń jẹ́ okay ibi táwa ti ń bọ̀ yẹn àwọn kí ni wọ́n ń bọ̀ kí ni àwọn yẹn because everybody fẹ́ claim pé ìṣẹ̀ṣe ni o nǹkan Ifá ni ká máa bọ̀ o àbí Ògún ni ká máa bọ̀ o nǹkan tí everybody táwọn kan believe nígbà tó Ògún kú tán ni àwọn èèyàn kan jókòó lọ́wọ́ pé òkè ẹ jẹ́ ká má jẹ́ kó lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bọ̀ ìgbà tí Ọya kú tán làwọn kan ń bọ̀ ìgbà tí Ṣàngó lọ tán làwọn kan ń bọ̀ so tábà wá wò ó pé nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ń bọ àbí fámìlì kọ̀ọ̀kan ń bọ ẹ gbọ́ ilé bíbà yìí Ọya ló ń bọ ń bẹ̀, ilé bíbà yìí Ṣàngó ló ń bọ ń bẹ̀, kí ló dé tí wọn máa bọ generally tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ilé yẹn ni wọ́n ń bọ táwọn ẹlòmíì náà wá adopt ẹ̀ tó ń preach ẹ̀ fáwọn ẹlòmíì. In fact ìmíì wà wọ́n force ẹ̀ lé àwọn ẹlòmíì lórí pé ọ̀la o a fẹ́ ṣe ìséde o anybody ò gbọ́dọ̀ jáde o you must be part of it o ìkéde yìí o kíní kankan so àwọn náà force ẹ̀ lé àwọn ẹlòmíì lórí. ẹ rí i pé tí Yorùbá bá migrate láti ibìkan sí ibìkan wọ́n máa lọ gbé nǹkan kan sílẹ̀ nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe ara family àwọn yẹn wọ́n máa marginalize wọn, wọ́n á gbé kíní yẹn wá. òun lẹ máa fi rí i pé tápà ló ní ìgúnnu àmọ́ ṣé Yorùbá ò kì í ṣe ìgúnnu? Yorùbá ń ṣe ìgúnnu náà ṣẹgẹ́tì ń sìn but ilẹ̀ tápà lọ ti lọ bọ́ọ̀rù ẹ̀ wá. ẹ wo irú olóòlù tó ń ṣe ní Ìbàdàn ṣe bí ojú ogun lọ ti lọ gbé ẹ̀kú yẹn wá tó fi gbé wá sílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn kò ń ṣe Ìbàdàn ló ní náà. So ibi tá a ti get ẹ̀ wrong nìyẹn. èmi ò sọ pé kẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe tó fẹ́ bọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ bọ kó má bọ o 100% gbogbo wa ò ní yà níbì kan náà o. ibi tó ní kálukú tó ń oníkálukú ló yà sí yẹn sentiment tí a fi get ara wa right nìyẹn. ó yẹ ká wà as a bond ká jẹ́ Yorùbá ká máa wá progressive Yorùbá land ju ká máa wá pé nítorí pé ìwọ Christian ni ẹ ìwọ Muslim ni ẹ. nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí a fi ń dá wàhálà lẹ̀ sí the next generation tó ń bọ̀ lọ́rùn ni. so nǹkan tẹ̀mí rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn. ẹ jẹ́ ká forget about kí lẹ́nìkan believe nǹkan tó believe nìyẹn lọ ṣe so affect mi. nǹkan tẹ̀mí dẹ̀ rí pé Olúwo ń ṣe tó ń sọ ni pé tẹ́ bá máa ṣe eégún ẹ má ṣe eégún yẹn in a way tó máa affect any other person. ẹ lè sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ ṣe orò kí anybody má jókòó kó má bọ́ta. ó kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún yín ní inside méjì. Mr. Jack wait ẹ má sọ ti tí ẹ má sọ ti Mr. Jack just wait Mr. Jack wait
hold on Jack
Mr. Jack wait you don't have to leave.
ní sùúrù náà jẹ́ n sọ̀rọ̀ fún Jack má hijack session yìí so it becomes rowdy. Let us be orderly in the way so that we understand each other.
mo tẹ̀ ti fẹ́ drop comment mi.
But yeah, carry on though, carry on.
No, yeah, ma stop nsìn. So mo fẹ́ mú narration méjì wá. ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé nǹkan tí Olúwo ń sọ fún wa kò ń ṣe pé condemn kínní yẹn ó ní kẹ́ modify so that I wà more presentable. nǹkan tẹ̀mí rí tí Olúwo ń sọ nìyẹn nǹkan tí mo dẹ̀ support ẹ̀ lé lórí nìyẹn. I'm not from Ìwó. Èkó ni mo ti wá UK ni mo ń gbé so.
Don't worry, UK lèmi náà ń gbé now that's what the money.
Now fine nǹkan mo ń bọ̀ sà máa mú point méjì kí n fi drop point méjì kí n fi stop.
má drop because mo fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́.
Okay good. nǹkan tí èmi rí pé Olúwo ń sọ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká modify kínní kó lè wà more presentable. ó ti wà scary jù mo ń bọ̀ sà. Okay ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ṣe báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká wo báyìí wọ́n ní orí yeye ló mògùn ta ìṣẹ̀ ló pọ̀ kí ni ó mú òwe yẹn wá wọ́n máa ní tẹ́yàn bá ti ṣẹ̀ àbó ṣe nǹkan kan tí ò dáa wọ́n á ní ẹ lọ bẹ́ orí ẹ̀ fógùn orí èèyàn ni wọ́n ń sọ o. So now ní this century ní 2025 tàwa yìí ta ló tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó lè ṣe publicly àwọn èèyàn sì ń ṣe o wọ́n sì ń ṣe o because gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó ń sọnù yẹn kò ń ṣe Kùránì ló ń sọ wọ́n nù o gbogbo nǹkan tó ń yọ ojú èèyàn tó ń yọ ẹpọ̀n tó ń yọ okó àwọn èèyàn kò ń ṣe Kùránì lọ ti rí o kò ń ṣe Bible lọ ti rí o nǹkan tí wọ́n mò ń bọ̀ kò trigger ìbínú kò trigger ìbínú
nítorí jẹ́ kí madam yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ we've not had the film.
mò ń bọ̀ máa drop point mi ẹ jẹ́ kí n drop point mi.
jẹ́ kí n drop point mi. jẹ́ kí madam yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ we've not had the film.
Mr. Jack sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ so okay good. Come on.
Okay, land it and then we hear the female voice.
So nǹkan tí mo sọ ni pé ẹ bá ní ká má modify ẹ kí ló stop òwe yẹn pé orí yeye ní mògùn ta ìṣẹ̀ ló pọ̀ ẹ wo nǹkan tẹ́ fi ń qualify àwọn bàbá tó ti lọ bàbá yẹn Ògún yẹn Yorùbá ni Yorùbá tó jẹ́ bàbá wa ni tí a lè sọ pé kò ń ṣe Yorùbá tá a lè sọ pé kò ń ṣe àwọn great bàbá wa tí wọ́n ń ṣe ancestor wa a lè sọ pé kò ń ṣe ancestor wa. But why tó fi ń fi nǹkan tí ò lọ fi quantify wọn àbí qualify wọn okay ẹni ogun onírè ọkọ tèmi olómi ńlé fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀ why tó fi ń fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀ nígbà tó mi wà ńlé can anybody bet with blood today no.
No, but because that's what the dating.
Mayi, stop.
That's what the dating requires.
Ọ̀làṣọ́lé fi mọ̀ kí mo bora yìí gbogbo wọn kí nìyẹn why will you want to do your own and stop people from going to their own business ibi tí wọ́n dúró sí nìyẹn. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká continue so I will leave.
To speak, but because we have let the madam speak first,
Okay,
and then I'll go.
Ẹjọ́ tí madam yẹn bá sọ̀rọ̀ kan ẹ jẹ́ ká náà sọ̀rọ̀ èmi náà ti wà nígbà tí.
Yeah. Because but we have to balance the voices. So ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ madam.
Sorry, sir.
Everybody, more appreciate it.
Please, 1 minute. I just want to correct.
I'll be very brief, please. I'll be very.
Don't correct. Let her speak. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna start with this comment. Ariyo, trying to cut the man's voice for a woman who knows nothing about Islam. This is what we're talking about. Sorrow is bye. It's not tabatin sorrow. It's not
we are not talking about religion, no.
This is what this comment said. Only trying to cut
I can see it. I can see the comment.
It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's just by the way. Continue watching me by thanks for the opportunity. Jerry, Mr. Oluwo. Sorry. Oba Oluwo. The first and foremost, this man, because he said categorically, and could they see in Yoruba, Tonje Emia, we are Obas, Oba Laman Jenile Yoruba. If you say you don't want to do Orisha, okay, I for one, I'm a princess. You understand? Granddad was a king. Koinche Orisha. Before Koto job, I also fun Orisha. But then, what he did now was, if I don't insist, what he did was, as in original Afin, officially, Oko titi e funra e. Ó wá sọ pé gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ máa ṣe ohun ò wà against ẹ máa ṣe èyí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ àṣẹ ohun fún yín láṣẹ but ẹ má gbé wá sí inú ilé mi. You understand? And he said when he wants to die ipe tutori pé òun gba throne yẹn nǹkan tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mú kẹ́ mú but ẹ fi yìí tó kù tòun lẹ̀ sí ilé Ọlọ́run. You understand? He accepted the throne and he still held on to his faith. You understand? So for you to have accepted that throne, traditional ruler, you are supposed to be the promoter of our culture. You are supposed to be the mirror to that community, to those people that are subjected to you, not you criticizing them, leaving them vulnerable, exposing them to silly things. Okay, kakoko mulati bi. When he said he welcomed àwọn Fulanis sí inú Ìgbò nígbà tí gbogbo Yorùbá ń sọ pé kàn máa lọ kò ṣe pé Yorùbás àwa la wà accommodating jù. We are very very accommodating to the extent pé a máa ń dẹrú fún àlejò. But Yorùbá tí wá jiyàn kò ṣe pé tá bá ti rí pé o ti ń fi ṣíbí gún wa lójú a máa kẹ̀yìn sí ẹ. Àwọn people yìí wọ́n ń pa àwọn Yorùbá wọ́n ń wá sí ká sọ pé yes ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní north náà ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní every other place but títí wá la mọ̀. We have to protect our own. Táwọn tó kù bá náà wọ́n fẹ́ protect títí wọn, that is their own problem. We have to protect our own territory. Ó ń pa àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n ń gbéyàn, wọ́n ń ṣe wọ́n mọ̀ and all. Jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn dáko, wọ́n ń pa crops àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n ń kó ìmẹ́ lọ. Àwọn èèyàn ní kàn bá lọ, ìwọ ní kàn máa bọ̀. That is you betraying your lineage, betraying what you are supposed to be. He betrayed his subjects. By saying come abo o tún wá sọ pé ẹ pápẹ́ sí o ṣe ọba mọ́ emir ni o gbadé sílẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé o fẹ́ ṣe emir tó fẹ́ fi adé sílẹ̀ then leave our throne. I'm not from Iwo, I'm from Ondo State, but ọba Yorùbá ọba mi náà ni. Tó bá sọ pé o ṣe ọba mọ́ fi adé sílẹ̀ máa lọ síbi tó ti ń ṣe emir. Is not by force. Then katuwa mu lọ sí ibi tí ó sọ tí picture yẹn video tó ti ń wé igbó jáde tí ó ti ń wé igbó ibi tó ti jáde mo mọ̀ morals ní era tawa morals has gone down the drain kò sí moral mọ́ àwa tí èèyàn tí ó kàn yìí ní tí ó jẹ́ pé morals yẹn important fún ẹ lóyìí kan ń gbé moral káàkiri which we are èèyàn tó yìí ń gbé moral lórí kò pọ̀ mọ́. Ṣé igbó ká sọ̀rọ̀ síbi tọ́rọ̀ wa is kéèyàn máa fa igbó, is it a good thing? Ní Yoruba culture, I'm not talking about another country because ìlú mi kò matter sí wọn. Ìlú mi nǹkan tó fi ń ṣayé wọn nìyẹn. But ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ṣé igbó fífà, ṣé ìwà ní Nigeria as a whole gan pàápàá, ṣé igbó fífà is it accepted in the community?
Madam Modele, sorry to interrupt you, but how are we sure that the other Obas too are not doing the same thing? The only reason we know about this is
let me land. The
only reason why we know about
let me just
go ahead.
Igbo kò wà accepted by law ní Nigeria. Then ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, èèyàn tó bá jẹ́ ọba, ó yẹ kó jẹ́ àwòkọ́ṣe ni. You shouldn't be encouraging immoral. Even tẹ́ bá ti ń fa igbó, ẹ fà nínú kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá yín. Kò ṣe pé kẹ́ wá máa ṣe, kẹ́ máa fi rob everybody. Nígbà tí the wife tó gbé fídíò yẹn, tó fi fídíò yẹn síta, he shouldn't have allowed it. He shouldn't have allowed it. Instead, he came out and started talking like orí adé mi ò tó sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín, but on sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tó wà very very uncultured. And èèyàn tó bá jẹ́ ọba, ó yẹ kó wà cultured. Nǹkan tá ń respect lára Olúwo, wọ́n ti tàpá sí, wọ́n ti disrespect ẹ̀, which is the throne and the crown he wore. Wọ́n ti disrespect ẹ̀. So on a neutral ground, it doesn't even deserve any respect anymore. Because it's disrespecting, nǹkan tá ń respect lára yín. Àgbàlagbà, tó bá sọ pé àgbàlagbà, kò ṣe ọjọ́ orí ni èèyàn fi ń ṣàgbà. Orí àga tí wọ́n gùn, orí throne tí wọ́n gùn yẹn, òun ni àgbà. Àgbà ò dẹ̀ kì í ṣe láńgbáláńgbá, kò ń ṣòro bí èwe. Once you climb on that throne, ó ti di àgbàlagbà tó ju everybody lọ. Let's put this ọba kò ń ṣe ọba kékeré o, but he's a young man from Ondo State. I've forgotten which village he's from. The man is just 21 years old. 21 years old. But you never see this man come out and behave anyhow. He became a king at the age of 16. Secondary school ló wà tó ti jẹ ọba. And the way that man carries himself with aura, with respect. But look at Oba Oluwo. Iwo is a ara àwọn ọba tó tóbi ní nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. But ẹ wo bó ṣe ń fojú ọba gbo ilẹ̀. Bó ṣe ń fojú oyè yẹn gbolẹ̀. Look. Nígbà tí the wife tó ṣe interview, ó sọ pé òun ká ọkọ òun pẹ̀lú ọmọ 13 years old. 13 years old. Láyé àtijọ́, ó lè máa ṣẹlẹ̀, but kò ṣe ní ayé ìsìnmọ́ tí òfin ti sọ pé 18 years old ni. 13 years old. Ìyẹn tún kọ́, that's pedophile. Ìyẹn tún kọ́. Ẹ máa wo as in a lot of things. Kò ṣe pé this man is hated. I mean, kò ṣe pé the throne is hated. The throne is not hated. It's his behavior that is hated. Behavior tí ọba ń ṣe ni ò dáa. Nígbà tí there was one lady tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, nígbà tí àfáà kan máa wá sókè, the àfáà was saying ni pé nǹkan tí ọba ń ṣe ó dáa, gbogbo wípé Quran, mi ò mọ anything about Quran, mi ò mọ anything about anything, no, but Christian ni mi, but I don't talk about, my mom is a Muslim, you understand, so I don't talk against anything, any religion. Ní ìgbà tí màá yẹn máa sọ̀rọ̀, ó ní wípé ẹni tí ó bá ti ṣe ẹ̀sìn Islam ń pé ọ̀tá Ọlọ́run ni, ń pé torí nǹkan tí Olúwo fẹ́ achieve nìyẹn. Ń pé so is that saying ń pé gbogbo àwọn tó kù tí wọ́n ṣe Muslim ní Ìwó ọ̀tá Ọlọ́run ni wọ́n, so that's why he wants to make Ìwó a Muslim town, which is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be father to all. He's supposed to protect his subjects, but he is not. Instead, he is promoting immorality. He's promoting immorality, which is not good. nígbà tí bọ̀dá tó sọ̀rọ̀ ọlá ọmọlá or something tí wọ́n sọ pé how are we sure pé gbogbo àwọn oògùn ọ̀yà gbogbo àwọn tá à ń sìn yẹn ní pé báwo la ṣe but nǹkan tá gbọ́njú mọ̀ nìyẹn nǹkan tá lajú bá as Yorubas nìyẹn and if you see any Yoruba anywhere any part of the world that is what they worship àwọn òrìṣà ní Yorùbá ń bọ ẹ̀sìn western world ló gbé ẹ̀sìn ló gbé Christian Muslim and all these things ló gbé wá bá wa nǹkan tá à ń bọ nìyẹn. And if you say you want to be the custodian, then you should act accordingly. You should act accordingly. Ó yẹ kó máa call àwọn subjects to order ni, not you now being the one to máa dá gbogbo ìlú rú. Ẹ máa wo bí odindi ọba ẹ wo bá ṣe treat ìyàwó tí aráàlú bá wá gbé irú ẹjọ́ yẹn wá síwájú ọba pé òkè bá mi dá ẹjọ́ yìí. Ṣé ọba yìí ṣó ní ẹnu àti dá irú ẹjọ́ yẹn? Look at the way he treated the lady. Ó gbé èèyàn wá láti ìlú mi, ó fẹ́ wá sí ìlú ẹ̀, ó wá ní kó jáde nínú ilé without taking anything. Pẹ̀lú àwọn ọlọ́pàá, káwọn ọlọ́pàá máa mú jáde.
Madam Modele, sorry, let me just interject quickly. You know, a lot of things, we need to be very careful, you know, especially when it comes to issue between Okunrin and Obinrin. Fine, I don't condone any kind of domestic violence, especially to the opposite gender. But you have to understand that there are two sides to the story. We only know the sides of this woman. And I'm not saying that Oluwo is not guilty of any of the, offenses. But what I'm saying is that we also need to be, because we don't know the full facts. And you said that he brought this lady from, he didn't bring her from anywhere. She was just introduced to him. I'm not even sure on which capacity. Maybe for back of your while away time because all lotty party ni lo fi pàdé.
Yes, I know.
You know.
So we
don't even this lady, this so-called lady, we don't know what character she has. No, ni character olórí. So ni character ìyàwó.
What I meant by Omo Obìnrin mi wá from another country is mi ò sọ pé ó fà wá or ó lọ mú wá, but she is not a Nigerian. That's what I meant. Because
he met her in Nigeria. She didn't bring her from Canada.
But àjòjì ni.
Okay, I understand what you are saying.
That's what I'm saying. She's not a Nigerian.
Because Madam Modele, the reason why I'm saying is that because a lot of people that are suddenly, hating Oluwo now is because of what, and the video she made is 5 years ago. COVID
it's not because of
video, but a lot of people are using it to castigate Oluwo now, saying, oh, he doesn't have anything. Yeah, own package are ni kò ní nǹkankan ìyàwó ẹ̀ ti sọ pé kò ní nǹkankan.
Ipò tí ẹ ní nǹkan kò ní nǹkan yẹn, that one is nobody's business. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè grow.
So kò tó mọ̀ sọ de pé that woman náà àmọ́rú character tí woman yẹn náà ní fún ara ẹ̀.
I'm not saying this because he has something or he doesn't have anything o. Tó bá ní owó tí ó bá lówó, that's his business na kò sí tó kàn anybody nínú ẹ̀, kò séyàn tí ò kí n broke. Kò séyàn àwọn lots of these celebrities gbogbo wọn packaging náà ló bá dé. You understand? Tí wàhálà bá dé bá wọn lè máa mọ tòótọ́. So yí pé gbogbo èyí tó ń sọ yẹn pé he doesn't have anything showing off. Òun gan ó jam talk ni kí ló kàn bẹ́ẹ̀.
What I'm saying is that woman as well, we don't know what character she has. Àmọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn gangan.
Àmọ́ wà tó ní, which is one of the reasons tó jẹ́ pé ọba wa is supposed to báwo mo ṣe máa sọ ó yẹ kán fo àgbàlá hey God ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dé sàpá mi lórí ṣá. Ó yẹ kán fi ojú balẹ̀ kán bá lè rí mú. For you to be a king, you must be wise. Ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ wise ju nǹkan tí everybody rí lọ. He's supposed to be wise. As a king, ó pàdé èèyàn ní party. Either wọ́n introduce bóyá o fẹ́ ṣe one night or whatever night ló fẹ́ ṣe. Ṣé irú èèyàn tó yẹ kó o gbé wá sórí sacred stool nìyẹn? Is that? That is not it. As a king, ẹ ti kọjá mere mortal. You are more than mere mortal. Tó bá sọ pé ọba, kí ló dé tó máa sọ pé ọkọ oṣó ọkọ àjẹ́? It's because they have power. They have as in all this gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yìí, they consult his ẹlẹ́dà. Not even him. They consult the stool where he sits on. Or his stool to jókòó sí yẹn. They consult it. So you're supposed to see more than just us. Ó yẹ kán fi ọgbọ́n ló yẹ kán fi máa rule ìlú. But if táwọn fi rule ìlú yìí, I don't know if it is ọgbọ́n. Because if this is ọgbọ́n, then I would rather remain a fool. That's just it.
Miss Modele, how much do you know about King Oluwo? Uncle,
I don't know much, but I know from the internet, and I know from the videos, and I know from the things I see. You are
learning. You are learning King Oluwo from the Igbo bloggers. That's it.
Uncle, I'm not going to listen to you, Uncle Omola, because the things you said from the beginning, you were not factual. You were not even factual. You're not facing the facts. You were not being sincere. You were not saying the truth. You were just saying things on based on just modern. You are just seeing the throne and Yoruba a culture as nothing.
Make a contribution.
Madam, nobody is perfect about marriage. Being Oba, being anybody, that marriage aspect, kò sẹ́ni Ọlọ́run ní tí ó lè fi ìgbàdé on that aspect. And to say Oluwo, there's one time tó ti crown woman that this woman is this, this woman is that.
No, I'm not talking about perfect marriage. I'm not talking about perfect marriage. I'm saying as Oba, you understand? As Oba, as èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé tó jẹ́ custodian of whatever, tó jẹ́ pé ó ti jẹ, ó ti mu, ó ti ṣe, ó ti mọ̀. You are supposed to do things with your head on your neck.
It's not the only.
You are supposed to reason with your brain. As Oba, èèyàn tó fẹ́ rule
Yoruba land.
Ó fẹ́ rule ìlú, ó lè lo ọpọlọ ẹ̀. What are we talking about? You want to rule a whole community. You cannot use your brain. You don't reason with your third leg. You reason with your head, with your brain. That is what I'm saying as a king.
Even some people among them, we see Elegushi, we see Oni of Ife, they have issue with their marriage.
But ṣé wọ́n jáde jabala báyìí. Ìyàwó wọn mélòó lẹ ti rí tó ṣe rádaràda bí ọbẹ̀ lọ́kà. Mélòó nu ìyàwó.
Everybody knows Oluwo on that aspect.
No, mélòó nu àwọn ìyàwó wọn tí wọ́n ti ní kíní, tí wọ́n ti ní lẹ́bí tí wọ́n wá sí online tó wá ń ṣe rádaràda báyìí. It's because he married radarada. He married radarada.
Yes.
That's why radarada is happening. Basically.
Yes, I accept that. The only issue that
Miss Modele, calm down.
The only thing the issue that Oluwo is having is that
not Oluwo.
Yoruba girl. If it's Yoruba girl, they will have called the lady to action.
That is what I'm saying, bro. That is what I'm saying. As in your most
of these kids that have issues with their wives, even though their wife want to go online and say some things, their family will caution them.
That is what I'm saying. Ìwọ tó fẹ́ rule ìlú, ó yẹ kó mọ irú nǹkan tó máa mú dání.
On that aspect,
Miss Modele, Oluwo tọ́rọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, ó jáde síta. Tí kò bá ní blogger tó fẹ́ support ẹ̀, fúnra ẹ̀ ló gbẹ́nu ẹ̀ sórí mic tó sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ọba ò kí ń explain.
Mo ń bọ̀. Ọba ò kí ń explain.
Oba does not owe anybody explanation. If you actually
shy away from the reality. Shy away from the reality.
Omo is an
Okay, please, everybody, we need to let the new speakers speak. Echo for show, please. We need to let the new speakers echo for show. Daddy Maggie and the XMP. Let them speak as well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Mi ò ní pẹ́ rárá. Mi ò ní pẹ́ rárá because reason nìyẹn tó yẹ pé mo ṣe highlight point tí mo fẹ́ sọ. And mo dẹ̀ máa fẹ́ encourage wa pé tá bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ get ó máa dá kí ká máa list our point tá máa sọ so that Ali was short. I didn't go straight to the point so that Ali sọ̀rọ̀. Now let me start with because the topic of the day ni pé kí ni Oluwo, kí ni nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe tí àwọn èèyàn fi dislike wọn. That is the topic. So mi ní fẹ́ ká yà lọ síbi ká má yà lọ síbi tó yẹ kí á yà lọ sílẹ̀. Sí ní àkọ́kọ́ tẹ́ bá rántí mi mọ̀ bóyá ti gbàgbé àwọn èèyàn rò pé bóyá àwọn èèyàn kan hate Oluwo nísìn. Àwọn èèyàn rò ní pé àwọn èèyàn ti fìgbà kan support Oluwo rí. tẹ́ bá rántí ní yí ẹ̀kan á ti tó bí i 5 to 7 years ago sí ẹ̀yìn nígbà tí Wàsíù Àyìndé tó disrespect Olúwo Olúwo wà pẹ̀lú Délé Mọ̀mọ́dù wọ́n wà nínú mọ́tò Wàsíù Àyìndé wá join wọn níbi tí Wàsíù Àyìndé ti ń kí Olúwo ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lówó fún Olúwo ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ pé ìwọ ọmọ ọdọ ọba kíníkan tẹ́ bá rí lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe gbéná wo Wàsíù Àyìndé lójú pé tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ kékeré ọba ni ò ní láti disrespect ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn sọ wípé kí ló táwọn èèyàn ṣe support Olúwo ń gbà yẹn o ìyẹn mo kàn jẹ́ kó máa yé yín pé ṣẹ́rí bá ṣe jẹ́ Yorùbá tó get gbogbo alámọ̀ kan tó tọ́ gbogbo alámọ̀ kan tí ó yẹ ìyẹn point number 1. Point number 2 ni wípé tíyàn bá ti jẹ́ ọba tó máa pèèyàn ní ọba kábíyèsí aládé ọ̀rọ̀ ọba dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ olóṣèlú ni tó yẹ pé bí governor àbí bí president you have to be silent about your religion. You have to be silent about your religion because you are not Oba of Muslim, you are not Oba of Christian, neither are you Oba of traditional religious worshippers. However, mo tún lè sọ wípé o tún tilt towards you being an Oba of promoting traditional religious more. But however still, Oba gbogbo everybody ni o jẹ́, o ní láti gbé o ní láti máa sọ wípé ìwọ Muslim ni mí o because káwọn tó wà má rò wípé bóyá àbí pé nítorí pé oníṣẹ̀ṣe irọ́ Muslim ni mí o but ìgbà mìíràn tó pé ìka tó bá tọ́ sí mú ni kíyàn fi máa ro imú ìwọ bá ní ẹ ò ní láti bọ́ sórí social media kó máa sọ wípé ìwọ ká ní ìwọ máa fẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ìwọ máa fẹ́ ká ní ìwọ lè fẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tàdé ń sọ yìí àwọn forefathers wa ni mo gbọ́ tí èèyàn sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé àwọn Ògún kankan tí tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ pa yìí ṣé nígbà tán lọ ni àwọn kan ṣe wá kó wọn jọ ó dàgbé a máa ń ṣe mistake ṣe rí àwọn tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà religion àwa Yorùbá mi ò ṣe oníṣẹ̀ṣe ní ẹ̀ẹ̀kan sí o kí àwọn èèyàn má rò pé bóyá I'm tilting towards ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe but nǹkan táwọn èèyàn wá forget láti realize ni wípé àwa tá jẹ́ Yorùbá àwọn bàbá wa ancestors wọn náà máa ń worship àwọn Ògún tẹ́ ń sọ yìí náà a lè má ní rẹ́kọ̀dù àwọn táwọn náà worship nígbà yẹn but I want to bet it with you pé àwọn ancestors wọn náà ni wọ́n worship àwọn Odùduwà tí ẹ̀ ń sọ yìí náà àwọn kan máa fẹ́ sọ wọ́n ní Odùduwà àwọn kan máa sọ pé Odùduwà wọ́n ní kò ṣáà ń ṣe kí ló sìn kò ṣàwó ló sìn tó Odùduwà tó bá jẹ́ Muslim àbí tó bá jẹ́ Christian mo ti gbọ́ verse kan nínú ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe mi mọ̀ bí a verse náà pè nínú kíní Ifá wọ́n ní pé ibì kan àtúntàn sọ wípé wọ́n dífá fún Oòduà tí wọ́n ní pé bó bá rúbọ yóò joyè ilé bàbá rẹ̀ àfàìrúbọ yóò joyè ilé bàbá rẹ̀ ẹjọ́ ṣé Muslim ni wọ́n bá wí pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ rúbọ ó gbọ́dọ̀ má rúbọ so ó já sí pé àwọn people yìí náà tó jẹ́ àwọn forefathers wa yìí náà oníṣẹ̀ṣe ni wọ́n ok wọ́n ṣe wájú oníṣẹ̀ṣe tó a ní láti disrespect wọn lára àwọn mistake tí ó ní láti disrespect àwọn rábì ó dẹ̀ ní láti gbé religion ti tiẹ̀ Muslim ní lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ó ní láti gbé religion ti tiẹ̀ sórí wọn but you have to respect them ṣebí ìlú òyìnbó ni a wà yìí you dare not look down on other people's religion ṣẹ́rí àwa tá jẹ́ Muslim àti tá jẹ́ Christian mo fẹ́ fásitì kò sọ fún wa pé ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé iṣan lẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé iṣan sílẹ̀ àwa nìkan kọ́ ni la ní ìlú yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká respect àwọn other religion náà ẹ get so kódẹ a dẹ̀ ní right láti máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò da síbi religion wọn because nínú kíní tiwa náà nínú Al-Quran tiwa náà wọ́n ní làkúndékun wà níyẹn that is pé you have your religion they have their own religion so you have to respect so mistake tí Olúwo ń ṣe nìyẹn that is not number 1 number 2 ni wípé ẹ tún bèrè ni pé kí ló dé ta fi ń disrespect Olúwo ọmọ Èkó ni èmi o tẹ bá rántí nìkan á ti tó bí 7 or 8 years ago nígbà tí Ọba Rilwan Akiolu tó disrespect Ọọ̀ni mímọ táwọn èèyàn bá rántí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn àwọn èèyàn lè rọ mi létí ó disrespect Ọọ̀ni nígbà tí Ọọ̀ni lọ sí Èkó Ọọ̀ni fẹ́ ṣèkì ọba Rilwan kábíyèsí tèmi nìyà wọ́n fẹ́ ṣèkì ọba Rilwan dẹ̀ dojú sọ̀hún ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ṣìyàn ni àwọn ọmọ Èkó la jáde la sọ fún ọba Rilwan pé ọba of Lagos jẹ́ kó máa yí ẹ ọba of Lagos Island ni ẹ because ní àtijọ́ Lagos Island ló ń jẹ́ Èkó ọlá ìpín tó ló ti ń jẹ́ Lagos State nísìnyí àwọn ọmọ Èkó la jáde kí dẹ̀ ní ti ta ṣe jáde ní pé kò kí ń ṣe ẹni ìtàn làwọn á ń try láti sọ́pọ́ọ̀tì ẹni ìtàn báwo mélòó ní ara ẹni ìtàn ṣùgbọ́n tróònù yẹn apèrè yẹn so anybody tó bá ti disrespect tróònù yẹn mi ò fẹ́ mọ̀ bí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yẹn ṣe lè tóbi tó ok tó bá sọ pé ìwọ nìkan ni ẹ ṣé gbogbo ọmọ ìwọ ṣé wọn máa bá gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó kù jà ni àbí wàá sọ pé ok ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ ni ẹ o fẹ́ disrespect àmì as in àpèrè yẹn àbí iṣẹ́ àpèrè náà ń pè that is throne yẹn o fẹ́ disrespect throne yẹn ṣáwa tó kù ṣáwa máa wọ ẹ̀ràn ni àwa tó kù náà ní wọ ẹ ní ìràn so nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni recently the same Olúwo náà ló tún jáde initially nígbà tó kọ́ fi Olúwo yìí jọba ó ti sọ pé àwọn kinní kan telúlé àwọn generation 16 làwọn táwọn wá láti Ifẹ̀ kinní kan wọ́n gbé kinní kan fáwọn wọ́n níbi kan tí kinní kan bá ṣe kinní kan ní káwọn ti dúró orúkọ ẹni yẹn nígbà yẹn ẹni tó yẹ kó jẹ́ tèlú àkọ́kọ́ yẹn orúkọ ẹni yẹn lòun wá pick again tóun fi wá ń jẹ tèlú nísìn so Ifẹ̀ làwọn ti wá so anybody tó bá ń jẹ́ ọba Ifẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ ọba ní Ìwó anybody tó bá jẹ́ ọba ní Ìwó náà òun náà lè jẹ́ ọba ní Ifẹ̀ perfect just ní ìjẹta àbí ìjẹrin yìí the same Olúwo iná yẹ̀ tún wá jáde Ifẹ̀ ò kí ń ṣorírun wa o àwa oh God ẹ get ṣẹ́dẹ̀ mọ́ pé ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tó kó gbogbo wa papọ̀ Ifẹ̀ yìí ni tẹ́ bá ti lè fa aya a máa pín pẹ̀rẹ̀pẹ̀rẹ̀ títí tó fi dé àwọn tó wà ní Ghana wọ́n sọ pé òkè o Ifẹ̀ làwọn ti lọ o àwọn tó wà ní Èkó àwa náà Ògúnfúnminírè Ifẹ̀ náà ni àwa náà ti lọ àwọn tó ní àwọn Rẹ́mọ náà Ifẹ̀ náà ni àwọn náà ti lọ the same Ifẹ̀ yẹn ẹ wá fẹ́ fà á ya tàbá ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ pride gbogbo wa nìyẹn so nǹkan problem Olúwo ni pé anybody tó bá ti disrespect àpèrè Oòduà yẹn tí wà tí ẹni tán bá ní problem age mate ní ẹjọ́ sort out problem ẹ̀yìn méjì nìyẹn but ó ní láti máa tún ìtàn wa kọ because nítorí pé wọ́n tún tọ̀ wa kọ náà ló mú yàn kan tí náà wá sókè ẹ̀sìn tí wọ́n á sọ pé òun ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ English àwọn Ìgbò ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ kan lòun ṣé mọ̀ tábàdé ń bára wa jà kẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ́ ó máa jẹ́ káràtà máa wọlé ẹ̀yin máa fi pé bí ara àta yẹn bí àwọn support ẹ̀yin ni but kó support ẹ̀yin ó ń tì ẹ̀ wá down ni because wọ́n láti tì ẹ̀ wá down kó tó di pé wọ́n rí wa mú.
ti rí ohun tí a mú wá fún wa lénìí ẹ bá wa like ẹ bá wa share ẹ bá wa subscribe sí orí Òjíṣẹ́ TV ẹ bá wa tẹ notification bell ṣé àtàwọn tún mú àwọn àkọ̀tun wá fún wa ẹ̀yin lẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan máa rí títí di ìgbà tá ò tún máa pàdé lórí Òjíṣẹ́ TV ó dàbọ̀.